Welcome back, guys. An all-new Lego Masters is ready to launch tomorrow, September 21st, right after Masked Singer, right here on Fox. Let's take a look at a teaser for the upcoming season.
Lego Masters is back. That's right. Hello, builders.
Hello! What's up, Will?
I'm Will Arnett, and you can call me Will Arnett. Or Mr. Arnett, whatever. Welcome to Lego Masters. Behind me is our brick pit with 5 million Lego bricks for you to play with. That's right. In front of me, 12 teams with a chance to win $100,000, the title of Lego Masters, and a one-of-a-kind Lego trophy.
Oh, we're so excited to ask you so many questions. This is Brendan, who is a contestant from right here in the Ozarks. We're excited to have him here this morning. Now, you work in pairs. You and your brother were on the show together. We know there's a lot of things you can't tell us because it hasn't finished up yet.
I don't want to spoil it.
Haven't started. We don't even know what's happening tomorrow night.
No, well, it's starting tomorrow night. But, yeah, we always want to find out.
I want to know.
What happened? So tell us how the process was.
Yeah, so there was actually kind of a long application process. We actually just applied online. Apparently a lot of people were sought out, but my brother and I just filled out an application among, I think, thousands of other people. And so eventually we were reached out to. You had to provide different information about yourself and your Lego building background and whatnot. And there's different, interviews and got to fill out a lot of paperwork. And then eventually they do what's called casting finals, where you kind of simulate the show a little bit. You build something on camera where the producers get to watch you. And then they make their final pick and they fly you out to the studio. And
Brendan, I'm curious though, when you're filling out a resume and you have to talk about your Lego history, what do you say? Like, I loved Legos as a kid. What do you have to say to fill out why I like
there
Legos?
Were questions like that, like, what's your history with Lego? Why do you like Lego? Why do you think it'll be good for this show? Show us some pictures of things that you've built with Lego, especially things you've built together if possible. So, whatever's relevant, I guess.
I would have thought, the pictures would have come in very early. We want to see what you've done.
What you can build, So can you tell us how far you made in the competition?
I cannot. You will have to wait and see.
He can't
I know, but I wanted. I thought I got my trick.
Do you want me to spoil it? I mean,
no, not really.
No.
No, did you have a good time though? Like, you've watched seasons 1 and 2. How was it different doing it in person in studio than watching it on TV?
In a way, I feel like it was like you see. I think the main difference is there's a lot more behind the scenes. You really do spend hours building, and sometimes you actually get to build kind of behind the scenes, and the cameras aren't in your face because it's only a 1-hour episode.
Yeah.
Right? They don't need all of that footage. So it's kind of fun to see the process.
Oh, I love that.
You obviously have been doing this a very long time. I mean, so was it kind of, you felt like I got this. I know what we're doing. We know what we're doing.
In some ways, it varies because there's a lot of different building styles with Lego, especially among the Lego adult fan community. Everyone builds differently. Everyone has different experiences. I'm actually not super plugged into that community, unlike a lot of these people, which is probably part of why we had to apply. We weren't, sought out. So in my case, I've dabbled in a lot of digital design, and I've followed blogs and things like that, but I haven't actually produced as many of my own physical creations like this.
Yeah, let's take a look at this too.
That is amazing.
Look at this. This really goes on the track, guys.
Gosh.
Wow, that's impressive. Is this solid or is it hollow in the middle?
It's hollow where it can be, because you don't want it to be heavier or waste any more parts than necessary.
How long did that take to build?
Well, I don't know exactly. I spent a lot of hours in my spare time just for fun, tweaking every detail. I wanted it to be a perfect replica of a General Electric ES44C4 locomotive, which is what you actually see driving around here. So that was my inspiration. It would go right through our backyard on the train tracks whenever we lived in Republic.
I love that. You're used to that train sound.
So Brendan, I have to get to this because I'm sorry. I love Will Arnett. We got to get to the show. We got to get to the show. Okay, Tell us behind the sne's secrets. What happened? Was Will Arnett already there the whole time? Did he make you laugh all the time?
Well, I don't want to say too much. I don't know if I'm spoiling how the sausage is made here, but honestly, he was only there when he needed to be.
Oh,
I guess
really?
He's a big star and he's got things to do, and so he would come on set and do his bits, and then he was gone.
Take, and then he's out.
I'm kind of shocked, but I would want to watch everything. I'd be like,
Yeah.
And what? Okay, you said the cameras don't
I
roll.
think part of it, because it was a competition, they have to make it fair. So they want to make sure he's not like spending too much time with anyone. So you don't get to talk to him or the judges behind the scenes because they have to make sure they get an exact same amount of time with everybody.
But if you say you're filming for hours, there's challenges. I've watched season 1 and 2, and there's challenges say you have 5 hours to make this. They're not shooting the whole time, but what if something really dramatic happens when they're not shooting?
Then I guess
They don't show it? Because they always seem to show the very dramatic moments, like like something falls over, it falls apart, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, they will shoot most of the time. It's just based on the production schedule. Every now and then they're like, hey, we need just a couple hours off camera, but we got to send the camera guys home because they're on contract
gotcha.
and that kind of thing.
Did you have anything like that happen where things just didn't work out? You had to back up and redo or anything like that?
Well, does everything ever work out like your plans? I mean,
Does our show ever go according to plan? No.
I can't say exactly what happened, but
there was
it's
an
reality.
incident.
So
Okay, then tell us about this. Is there camaraderie between the contestants? Did you make friends?
yeah, actually there was a lot of that.
I didn't know if they kept you separated or if you guys could hang out when you're not shooting.
Well, there were COVID protocols. So technically,
gotcha.
we had separate hotel rooms, but I mean, we're together a lot on set, and we're in the same holding room, so we definitely kind of get to know each other behind the scenes.
Well, how fortunate for you that you worked with your brother, someone that you have worked with before.
Yeah, and surprisingly, some of these people didn't know each other.
Wait,
before
what do you
they
mean? They were paired, but they don't know each other?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, maybe they kind of were acquainted with each other in the Lego community, or when they applied, they didn't have a partner in mind. They just wanted to be on the show, and so they find someone who's like a match for them.
Interesting.
So we didn't have to know each other. We can apply separately, Kelly, and double our chances.
You really want me as a partner?
we were terrible.
Things.
Do you coming up in the season? Can you just, without saying what it is, was there anything that you are really proud of what you built?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I would hope so. I would hope you'd be really proud. It's got to be very tense coming up because they throw the challenge at you, and you're like, now you have to create something spur of the moment.
Yeah, I will admit I let my brother be more the idea guy because I'm a little more left-brained.
I see.
I just I do the technical stuff, but he's much more creative. He comes up with ideas, and his the wheels in his head are turning. So as soon as they announce something, I'm like, all right,
He's going.
Tell me what you got.
I'm on board.
And wait, where's your brother? He's not here today because he's not. You're local, but he's not.
Yeah. So my brother. We all moved to Springfield as a family several years back, so he's kind of from around here, but he is currently stationed in the Coast Guard in Massachusetts.
Oh.
Well, we hope you have a big watch party planned for tomorrow.
Is your family so excited?
My family is pretty happy for me.
Yeah.
I would think so. I mean, national TV.
Does your family know stuff that we can't know?
Not really.
Yeah.
You can't
I
tell
know,
your
he's got a
spouse or your
son.
mom and dad. And
I mean, I'm not supposed to.
okay.
Right. Good job.
Oh
I
my
know,
gosh.
good job. Let's not
Brendan,
lose it.
seriously, we're so excited for you
Well, thank
and
you.
your brother.
We'll be
and,
watching.
And guys, do not forget to check out the season 3 premiere of Lego Masters tomorrow night, right here on Fox 49, right after the season premiere of Masked Singer. And you can root on our local contestant, Brendan. Thank you so much for being here.
Congratulations.
Guys,
We're
check
rooting
it
for
out.
you.
All right, we'll be back right after this. We're so excited for you. We hope you win now.
Look at that.
Well, thanks.
We had a couple people on Crime Scene Kitchen from Colombia.